The temperature gauge reads 97. It's supposed to read 87. 6 missile tubes are overheating. 1 is going critical. The hull is groaning at 600 feet and still falling. 155 men, 20 nuclear missiles, and the captain just said 5 words. We can't fix all 3. But here's the thing. The most dangerous part of being trapped in a nuclear submarine hasn't even started yet. 5 months before that, your mother called you crying. The tumor is operable. The surgery costs $73,000. Insurance covers nothing. She tells you not to worry. You can hear her trying not to worry. You hang up. You drive to the recruiting office on Route 9, the one with the flag in the window. The recruiter is a man named Mike. He's seen this look before. The look people wear when they walk through that door, because every other door has closed. He slides a folder across the desk. Submarine service, nuclear program, 6-year contract, $75,000 sign-on, paid the day you ship out. You ask if there's a faster option. He tells you no. You ask what's in the contract. He tells you the parts you need to know. Reactor exposure, confidentiality, hazard provisions. You ask about page 31. He tells you that's standard. You sign $75,000 sign-on. He tells you the Navy Credit Union will advance against the contract. The loan clears Tuesday. Your mother's surgery is scheduled Wednesday. You ship Friday. That's the first mistake. 75 days later, you wake up in a coffin. That's what the bunk feels like. 3 of them stacked on top of each other, and yours is the middle one. You can't sit up without hitting your head. You climbed out 20 minutes ago. The sheets are still warm. They always are. There are 155 men on this boat and 140 bunks. Most of the crew has their own rack, but junior enlisted share. The air smells like machine oil and recycled breath. After 3 weeks, you stop noticing. You sleep between the missiles. Your rack is bolted to the wall of the missile compartment, 3rd level, port side. 3 feet to your left, a steel tube rises from the deck to the ceiling. Inside it, a Trident II ballistic missile. 8 nuclear warheads. And behind that tube, another. 20 in total, running the length of the compartment like pillars in a cathedral nobody is supposed to pray in. Martinez squeezes through the hatch behind you. The doorway is 26 inches wide. You turn your shoulders sideways to pass through. He doesn't look at you. You don't look at him. There's nothing to say. He drops into your rack without pulling back the covers. In 6 hours, the sheets will be warm from his body instead of yours. His head rests 4 feet from a thermonuclear warhead. Everyone sleeps like it's nothing. After the first week, so do you. You're 600 feet under the Atlantic Ocean, 75 days down, 33 to go. Your watch starts at 4. Clipboard, flashlight, eyes. You walk the engine room checking pipes for leaks. The hum vibrates through the floor and up into your teeth. You stop at a pipe. There's a hairline crack at the seam. Pressurized, radioactive. The pipes are not allowed to leak. You write it up. A junior sailor sees you writing.
Bad one?
You shake your head.
Routine.
You walk it to Reyes. Reyes is the senior chief on watch. He's been on this boat longer than you've been alive. He reads your note. He looks at the pipe. He looks at you.
With intolerance. Monitor, don't take it past me.
You ask if the captain should know. Reyes initials your note. His pen presses harder than it should.
With intolerance.
He says, again. You nod. That's the second mistake. That same night, Reyes finds you in the passageway. He hands you back your original note. The one with his initials on it?
Lose this.
You look at him.
There's no record if there's no paper. You write a new one. Today's date, new measurement, with intolerance.
You think about your mother's surgery. You think about your sister. You take the note. You walk it to the shredder. You think about the folder you signed on Mike's desk. Page 31. Standard, he said. You feed the note in. That's the third mistake. 2 days later, you find yourself standing in front of that pipe again. The pressure on the other side of the seam has doubled. The crack itself hasn't gotten bigger, it doesn't have to. Radioactive water needs a hole the width of a hair, and it found one. A junior sailor named Cooper finds you in the passageway. 19 years old. First deployment. He saw you measuring.
It's bad, isn't it?
You look at him. You look at the crack. You tell him it's within tolerance. He exhales. His shoulders drop. He thanks you. He goes to his rack to sleep, 4 feet from a Trident missile, same as every night. You walk the new reading to Reyes. He catches your arm in the passageway. His grip is harder than it needs to be.
You take that to the captain. You take my initials with it. You understand what that means for me?
He looks at the reading again. His jaw tightens. He takes the clipboard from your hands.
I'll handle this.
He walks it to the captain himself. His version. His words. The captain says, continue monitoring. Hourly. He does not slow the boat. He does not surface. That night, Reyes stops sleeping in his rack. He sleeps in a chair near the console. He doesn't announce it. He stops going. The crew notices. Nobody says anything. Saying it makes it real. In the passageway, Martinez stops you.
My kid turns 8 next month. She's playing soccer now. Left wing.
He pulls a photo from his pocket, creased down the middle from being folded too many times. A girl in a green jersey, mid-kick, grinning at whoever's holding the camera. You look at it longer than you need to. He takes it back and tucks it into his breast pocket. You nod. He keeps walking. The next morning, the VLF receiver goes silent. The one-way line from command. The only line. On a boat that carries 20 nuclear missiles. The signal is the difference between standing by and standing down. Without it, you have no contact with the surface. No way to report what's happening on this boat. No one coming to help. The technician checks the antenna. It's on the outside of the hull. He can't reach it from in here. He looks at the captain.
It's gone, sir. All of it.
The captain stands there for a full minute.
Continue the mission.
You're alone now. No orders coming in. No way to call this off. 155 men sealed inside a steel tube at the bottom of the Atlantic, and the only people who know you're here can no longer reach you. Nobody is coming. The boat feels smaller after that. Jokes get shorter. The crack is growing by another 32nd of an inch. You pass Cooper in the passageway. He smiles at you. You smile back. Then comes the alarm. Not the drill alarm. The other one. You're running before your boots are on. The passageway is red. Men are moving past you the wrong direction. You hit the control room sliding. The temperature gauge reads 94. It's supposed to read 87. Reyes is at the console. The captain says 2 words.
Vent it.
2 options. Open the valve and dump the radioactive water into the ocean. Or leave it sealed and let the pressure climb until the pipe gives out and nobody on this boat lives long enough to file a report. The manual valve is in the back compartment. Reyes points at you. You go. The air gets hotter with each watertight door. You've never been this far back. You reach the valve. You turn the wheel until your shoulders burn. A shudder in the deck. The temperature stops climbing. Holds at 93. Starts to fall. The dosimeter on your chest chirps. The number on the display is climbing. It crosses the yellow threshold. Yellow means you got dosed. Yellow means you don't go home the same. You walk back to the control room with radioactive vapor still hissing behind you. You save the reactor, but you pass Reyes in the passageway. He glances at the dosimeter on your chest. He glances at his own. His is still in the green, clean. He was 30 feet behind you the whole time. 30 feet and a sealed hatch between his body and yours. He made the same calculation you did. The difference is, he made it for himself. Then the call from the missile compartment. 6 tubes are reading high. Temperature drift. The same compartment where you sleep. There are 20 Trident II missiles in those tubes, each one carrying 8 thermonuclear warheads. They have a temperature range they're allowed to live in. Above that, the solid rocket propellant starts to sweat. The Navy has a phrase for what happens next. They say it quietly. You have never heard anyone say it out loud. The captain orders power diverted. Half the lights go out, the air gets thicker. You pass Cooper standing still under a half-lit bulb. You ask if he's good. He says he's fine. He's holding a pen, writing something on the back of his hand. You look closer. It's a phone number. 10 digits in blue ink. He catches you looking.
My mom's,
He says.
in case the dog tags don't make it.
The boat isn't fine. Then, the second call. The hull is groaning. Venting the coolant disturbed the balance. The pumps are running at 60%. You've been drifting down by inches. 640 feet. 660. The hull groans. A voice behind you. Quiet.
How deep are we?
Nobody answers. You thought venting the coolant solved it. You were wrong. The captain stands at the plot table. Reactor at 97 and climbing again. 6 missile tubes, 1 blinking red. Depth 600 and still falling.
We can't fix all 3.
The second in command lays it out flat. Surface fast, the missiles could shift. Stay deep, the hull goes. Shut down the reactor, the boat sinks. The captain finds a third path. A controlled rise. Open a quarter of the emergency valves by hand. But the compartment is right next to the bulkhead that's still leaking radioactive vapor. Whoever goes is going to take a dose nobody walks away from. Nobody volunteers on a submarine. The senior man on watch goes, "Tonight, that's you. You vented the coolant, you know the valves, you take half a step forward." Then Martinez takes a full one. He doesn't look at the captain, he doesn't look at the hatch, he looks at you, just once.
You've got a mother and a sister counting on that contract. I've got a kid who needs a story about his dad.
He stops at the hatch, looks back.
Tell him I went forward, not back.
The hatch closes behind him. Every second he's in there, his dosimeter climbs higher. You let him go. That's the fourth mistake. 41 minutes. The hull stops groaning at 500 feet. The missile temperatures recover at 300. Reyes shuts the reactor down piece by piece, with the patience of a man defusing something he helped build. Without the reactor, the boat can't stay down. The captain gives the order to surface. At 60 feet, sunlight breaks through the water. Not fluorescent, real light. The sail breaks the surface. The hatch opens. The air that comes in is cold and clean. You step onto the deck. The sky is the first thing you've seen in 78 days that isn't metal. Then, they bring Martinez up through the hatch. Stretcher. 2 men holding the sides. His dosimeter reads black. Not yellow, not orange. Black. Past anything the device was built to measure. He looks at you. He's smiling. Your stomach drops. Black means weeks, maybe days. 2 weeks later, you make port. A man in a uniform you don't recognize meets you on the dock. The uniform is too clean. He hands you a clipboard. 47 pages. You skim it. You skip to the signature line. Page 31, subsection C, says you will not discuss the casualty with anyone, including immediate family of the deceased. You sign. You used to sign things without reading them. Permission slips, lease agreements, the folder on Mike's desk. Now, you read every word. Now, you know what page 31 costs. You see Reyes sign the same form 3 sailors ahead of you. That's the 5th mistake. A week later, the Navy issues citations. Reyes gets a Bronze Star. The captain gets reassigned to a desk in Norfolk with a promotion attached. You get transferred to a new boat. You also get a check, hazard pay, classified incident bonus, $22,000. You cash it. You buy your sister a car. You don't ask where the money came from. You already know. A month later, you go to Martinez's funeral. His daughter is 8, soccer uniform under a black coat. You stand in the back row in your dress whites. She walks up to you afterward. She asks you what happened. You tell her there was a malfunction. You tell her her father was a hero. You tell her you were proud to serve with him. You don't say the word reactor. You don't say the word volunteer. You don't say the word crack or the word tolerance Or the chief who initialed your note 4 weeks ago and pressed too hard? She asks one more question. She asks if her father was brave. You tell her yes. She nods. She walks away. She'll spend the rest of her life believing it. You'll spend the rest of yours knowing you signed page 31. If you want more stories like this, check out our next video, a POV where you're forced to become a black market surgeon. Click it now, and we'll see you there.